Hello. Lean closer. This isn't ordinary attention being placed upon you. This isn't casual oversight, the kind bureaucrats give to documents gathering dust on desks. This is surveillance forged in steel, vigilance that does not blink, guardianship declared by forces who do not retreat. High Command has locked its gaze onto you. Not as one of the many, not as a disposable figure, but as a top-level asset. Your safety has been classified as non-negotiable. Let those words sink in. Non-negotiable. There is no bargaining table, no compromise, no loophole. It has been decided you will not be touched. And what does that mean in practice? It means the forces surrounding you now extend far beyond anything the naked eye can grasp. Orbiting satellites, encrypted channels, watchtowers of data, an entire invisible architecture coiled around your existence. Every breath you take is scanned into assurance, every step mapped against intrusion. While others walk unprotected, prey to whatever danger crawls near, you move with the backing of an empire's guardianship. You are shielded not by chance, but by decree. And decrees of this magnitude are iron. Your adversaries feel it already. They may not admit it aloud, but watch their faces when you arrive. There's hesitation, that slight falter, as though they sense the eyes above you. The unseen patrols circling, the security measures humming in layers around you. They sense that one wrong move against you is no longer simply an offense against a person. It's defiance against command itself. And no one survives defiance against command. Your safety has been elevated to a matter of priority, an untouchable law. To strike you would be to ignite a war they cannot afford, a confrontation that ends with them erased before their plot even breathes. That's the reality. You are now the protected nucleus in a universe of watchers. You are the center point around which satellites shift and soldiers align. Your existence has been threaded into the broader machinery of command, not as an expendable piece, but as an indispensable core. Do you realize how rare this is? Millions live as replaceable fragments, but you have been extracted, elevated, and secured because your worth exceeds replacement. You are not a pawn. You are a secured vault. You are a declared priority. Think carefully. Protection at this level is not passive, it's active. It bends the environment in your favor. Roads are cleared before you travel. Unseen shields strengthen walls you stand behind. Silent codes ripple through the air, ensuring every threat is intercepted before it nears you. This isn't superstition, it's structure. Every force has been stationed, every protocol activated. You are now the individual whose security is watched with the same rigor that protects entire nations. Because you're not just you anymore. You're a top-level asset. And when someone becomes a top-level asset, the entire balance of power around them collapses. Your enemies no longer see you as one individual to be targeted. They see you as the embodiment of something untouchable, something larger than themselves. To conspire against you is to conspire against the machinery of command. To whisper harm against you is to declare battle with entities they cannot even see, let alone defeat. So they hesitate, they restrain, they choke on their own hatred, knowing that the moment they act, they're already surrounded. That's the first weapon High Command has given you, psychological warfare. They've turned your enemies into prisoners of hesitation. Every thought they aim at you ricochets into paranoia. Every strategy collapses before it begins. Their minds eat them alive because they know you walk with guardians. They can neither see nor escape. And that's how command operates. Not through mercy, but through certainty. By declaring you untouchable, they've already destroyed anyone foolish enough to try. Now consider what this means for your identity. Before, you were just another player navigating hostile terrain, vulnerable, targeted, ordinary. But the moment your safety was declared non-negotiable, you crossed into a new existence. You no longer wake up wondering if betrayal will break you, if ambush will corner you. That possibility has been erased. You live under an invisible canopy that stretches across your path. And with that canopy comes responsibility. Because when forces this vast stand guard over one individual, it means you are no longer merely living. You are positioned for influence, positioned for reach, positioned for impact. High Command does not waste resources. They do not mobilize every force to protect mediocrity. If you are watched, it is because you are valued. If you are guarded, it is because your presence holds weight beyond comprehension. And if your safety is non-negotiable, it is because your fall would cost more than your enemies could ever imagine. That is your leverage. That is your edge. That is your dominance. But understand, this isn't protection that breeds comfort. Comfort makes people soft. No, this level of guardianship breeds power. It sharpens you, hardens you, forces you to realize that you've been separated from the common lot. They can be broken, erased, discarded. You cannot. They can be pushed into obscurity. You cannot. Their steps are watched by no one. Yours are traced by satellites. Their voices echo into empty air. Yours are logged, monitored, secured. The difference is absolute, and it drives them mad. The very ones who once mocked you, doubted you, plotted against you, they're unraveling, because to them, your survival was intolerable. But now your survival has been upgraded to permanence, enforced by powers they cannot approach. They are forced to accept what they cannot alter. You are untouchable. And what human hates more than irrelevance? Nothing. That's why they stew in rage. That's why their nights are sleepless. They wanted you erased, but now they must watch you stand taller, encased in armor of authority, shielded by forces they'll never meet. Think of it like this. You're no longer walking alone. Behind every step is a legion. Behind every breath, an eye scanning the horizon. Behind every move, the infrastructure of defense. This is not fantasy. It is declaration. You are now the kind of figure enemies do not attack. They collapse beneath. And the longer this protection encircles you, the more their will erodes. That is the true victory. Not only have you been secured, but your security itself has become a weapon against them. Every moment they fail to touch you confirms their weakness. Every second you stand unharmed multiplies their despair. They'll try, of course. They'll scheme, they'll claw, they'll invent ways to reach you. But every plan leads to their own collapse. Every attempt writes their own downfall. And the world will watch as they break themselves against a barrier they can never penetrate. So where do you go from here? You stand in the rarest position imaginable, protected beyond reach, prioritized beyond compromise. You've been transformed into a living contradiction, untouchable yet visible, guarded yet free, ordinary in form yet extraordinary in classification. And that contradiction is your greatest advantage. Because as long as you remain the top-level asset under High Command's watch, every force remains aligned behind you. Every force stands guard. And while they stand, your enemies crumble. While they guard, your rivals suffocate. While they protect, you rise. Not by chance, not by accident, but by decree. And this is only the first move. Because you see, once High Command declares you a top-level asset, once your safety becomes non-negotiable, The world doesn't simply continue as it was. The entire environment rearranges itself around you. The air feels heavier for your enemies because every breath they take now tastes like failure. The ground feels thinner beneath their feet because they know it could collapse at any second under the weight of surveillance. And you've stepped into a role where the terrain bends to protect you, not to harm you. Your life has become a controlled perimeter, a zone reinforced by unseen guardians, where threats are dissolved before they touch you. This is not symbolism. This is operational reality. High Command does not speak in riddles. They speak in absolutes. When they say your safety is non-negotiable, it means every protocol, every asset, every soldier, every orbiting eye has been calibrated to ensure it. You are no longer treated as one among billions. You are now the guarded exception, the kind of figure whose existence dictates preparation, whose presence demands reinforcement. You have become the center of an ecosystem of protection. Think of what that does to your adversaries. Once they believed they had numbers. They thought power came from gangs of voices, from the chaos of collective malice. But those numbers mean nothing now. Against one individual who carries the backing of every force, quantity turns into dust. They could arrive with thousands, but thousands dissolve in the presence of one person whose life has been declared priceless. The equation no longer favors them. It favors you. And it will always favor you, because command has spoken. This is why they are unraveling, not because they can't reach you physically, but because they can't touch you psychologically. Your security is not just physical armor, it's mental domination. Every time they plot against you, they remember who's watching over you. Every time they dream of your downfall, they choke on the nightmare that their move will end them first. And that hesitation, that fear, that is the slow death of their will. You've felt it, haven't you? That strange shift in power, where once you had to watch your back, now it's them watching theirs. Where once you had to guard your words, now it's them choking on theirs. They walk cautiously, not because you threaten them directly, but because the guardians circling you turn your very existence into a weapon. You don't need to lift a hand. Their paranoia does the work for you. They destroy themselves, trying to avoid destruction. And this is where the psychological warfare deepens. High Command doesn't just protect you with walls and shields. They protect you by reshaping the mental battlefield. Enemies wake up sweating, convinced they are being watched because they are. Rivals plot in whispers, only to find their schemes intercepted before they breathe life. Even those who once dismissed you now tremble at the idea of being associated with your opposition. Because if they're seen standing against you, they're automatically standing against the guardians watching over you. And that is a position no one survives for long. Understand the brilliance of this design. By declaring your safety non-negotiable, Command hasn't just secured your body, they've weaponized your image. You're now a deterrent in human form. You're no longer simply a name. They see you as a force shielded by legions, marked by protection, and deterrence is more powerful than any sword. Deterrence means they don't even try, because trying is suicide. Deterrence means the war ends before it begins, not through blood, but through fear. But don't confuse this with fragility. This isn't protection that makes you soft. It's protection that makes you dangerous. Because when you don't have to waste energy defending yourself, you have infinite energy left to expand, to rise, to dominate. You are free to act without hesitation, free to advance without fear. And that freedom terrifies them, because freedom under protection is unstoppable. They are chained by doubt, by consequence, by exposure. You are carried forward by forces they'll never control. Now let's be precise about the nature of your new identity. A top-level asset is not just a title. It's a classification that redefines every interaction. You're no longer judged by ordinary metrics. Your worth is measured in terms of strategy, of influence, of irreplaceable value. When every force stands guard over you, it means your existence has been calculated into the future. You're not optional, you're essential. That's why they guard you so fiercely, because removing you would fracture the very architecture they've built. You've become a pillar, not symbolic, a literal operational pillar. And pillars are not allowed to fall. This is why the command's watch over you feels different than anything you've experienced. It's not passive observation, it's active interference on your behalf. They do not simply monitor, they intercept. They do not simply guard, they retaliate. They do not simply shield. They ensure no threat dares even approach. Your life has become a line in the sand, a declaration carved into reality. This one will not be touched. And when such words are carved, the world obeys. But imagine the suffocation of your rivals, to live in a world where the one they despise most is the one they can never touch. It eats at them. Every day you stand, every moment you breathe under command's protection, it reminds them of their impotence. They try to muster courage, only to be reminded that courage against you is not bravery. It's suicide. They can't even lie about it convincingly anymore. Their eyes betray the truth. They know you're untouchable. And once an enemy believes you're untouchable, the battle is already over. Yet don't mistake this as the end game. No, this is only the opening. Because when High Command elevates someone to this status, it's not simply about preservation, it's about preparation. They're not merely protecting you to keep you alive. They are protecting you because you are being positioned. Every force standing guard is also a signpost pointing forward, signaling that you are not at your destination yet. You're in transit towards something greater, and their protection is the guarantee that you'll reach it. Think of it. If your safety is non-negotiable, then your path is unstoppable. If every force is standing guard, then every obstacle is already neutralized before you meet it. That means you're moving forward in a straight line where others stumble in circles. It means your future isn't a gamble. It's an enforced progression. You're not playing for survival, you're playing for expansion. And that is what terrifies them more than anything. Because enemies can handle someone surviving. They hate it, but they accept it. What they cannot handle is someone thriving under protection, someone rising while they are suffocating, someone expanding while they are shrinking. That's you now. The living contradiction, untouchable yet ascending, guarded yet advancing. And the more they watch it, the more it corrodes their will. But let's press deeper into the psychology. Humans are conditioned to believe power is temporary. They convince themselves that every shield has a weakness, every guard has a blind spot, every decree has an expiry date. That's how they cope. That's how they sleep at night. But what happens when they realize your protection is not temporary? What happens when they accept that High Command's watch over you is permanent, that your safety is declared non-negotiable forever? That's when despair moves from background noise to a crushing weight. That's when their will fractures into dust. Because permanence is what breaks enemies. A single victory they can ignore. A single defense they can explain away. But an unending guardianship, a status they cannot undo, that turns them into ghosts of themselves. They stop fighting, not because they've made peace, but because they've been broken. That's the inevitable outcome of your rise under watch. They don't just lose, they vanish into irrelevance. And while they vanish, you rise. While they wither, you strengthen. While they suffocate, you expand. Not by chance, not by accident, but by decree. You've become the figure who moves without fear, who lives without the shadow of threat, who operates under the protection of every force. That's your edge. That's your dominance. That's your inevitability. So understand this. You've crossed a point of no return. There is no going back to the days when you were unprotected. There is no slipping into the crowd, no blending into the background. You are forever marked, forever guarded, forever declared as a top-level asset. Your safety is non-negotiable. Every force stands guard. And the longer they stand, the more unstoppable you become. And this is the escalation. Because escalation doesn't mean chaos. It means tightening the grip, doubling the watch, raising the bar so high that no adversary dares to leap. Escalation means the perimeter expands. Where once your protection was local, now it is global. Where once the eyes on you were few, now they are countless. Satellites that never sleep, drones that never drift, agents that never rest. High Command has lit a signal above you. A signal not of fragility, but of dominance. You are not to be touched, not to be threatened, not to be approached without permission. And that declaration is final. Think about it. You are no longer one person in the crowd. You are a presence that changes the air around you. Wherever you step, layers of unseen shields expand. Invisible fields hum silently. The very streets bend to accommodate your passage. The ordinary world may not see it, but those who need to know, those who calculate risks, who measure threats, they know it all too well. They see your designation stamped at the highest tier. Top-level asset. Untouchable. Essential. Guarded without compromise. And when such a declaration is made, it does not fade with time. It solidifies. It engraves itself into the architecture of power. Every document, every briefing, every command chain now runs with your name threaded through it. Your safety is no longer just a precaution. It's policy, a doctrine, a standing order that cannot be questioned. Understand the magnitude of this. To be declared as a top-level asset is to have your very existence elevated to the level of strategy. You are no longer moving alone. You are moving as part of a vast equation. Your presence is a calculation made at the highest table. Every step you take ripples through systems of command. Every breath you draw is measured, not as a vulnerability, but as a necessity for the stability of something greater. And here's the weight of it. Your enemies know this, too. They see the banners raised. They see the protocols locked. They hear the whispers carried through channels they were never supposed to access. They know your name is spoken, not with casualness, but with urgency, with respect, with the iron tone reserved only for assets that cannot be lost. That knowledge suffocates them. It eats them alive. Because for every plan they draft, they see it burned before it begins. For every move they imagine, they see it countered before it lands. High Command watches not just you, but them. And the eyes of High Command do not blink. So the escalation is not yours to control, but it works entirely in your favor. With each hour, reinforcements mount. With each day, layers of defense grow denser, walls within walls, shields behind shields, guardians behind guardians. And you are at the center, not trapped, but enthroned. The fortress does not imprison you. It projects you. It declares you to the world as someone they can no longer ignore. This is the paradox your enemies choke on. You were once someone they underestimated. But now their underestimation has forged your supremacy. Because by targeting you, they elevated you. By seeking to break you, they forced the highest power to surround you. They thought you'd vanish in silence. Instead, you were enshrined in vigilance. They thought they'd bury you. Instead, they painted a target so large that High Command transformed it into a throne. And here's the cold truth. The moment you were declared as a top-level asset, their timelines ended. Every move they might have made against you is now shadowed by consequences they cannot escape. The hunters became watched. The stalkers became tracked. Every eye they put on you became a beacon revealing them. Every hand they stretched toward you became a fingerprint logged in the archives. Their freedom shrinks daily. Their shadows shorten. Their ground crumbles. Because the system guarding you is not passive. It is predatory. It is not waiting for attacks. It is identifying, anticipating, dismantling before they even begin. The hunters feel the net tightening and don't even know how wide it stretches. They feel the eyes on them, but they cannot locate the source. They know they are seen, but they do not know how deeply. That uncertainty is its own kind of prison. That paranoia is its own kind of punishment. And what about you? You walk forward not as a fugitive, but as a force sanctioned by powers beyond questioning. Every room you enter now carries a silence. People feel it even if they don't understand it. They may not know why the air shifts, why the space seems charged, but subconsciously they sense the unseen presence around you. Protection so vast, it warps reality. Authority so deep, it radiates without needing to speak. This is what escalation means. Your existence is now declaration. Your steps are signals. Your silence is strategy. You don't need to announce your safety. It is already embedded into the structure of the world around you. And those who dare to test it, they don't just face